Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be sharing my top 5 tips for stay-at-home working moms. I just had my son Jackson 5 months ago. If you guys are wondering what I do have a video on all my little jobs, and I think it's an office tour as well. So I will link that down in the description box below so you can understand my situation a little bit better. But the condensed version is I am a sole proprietor, so I didn't get maternity leave or any of those types of benefits or anything like that. So all of the money that we were really saving up for Jackson, we're gonna go towards his hospital bills and not necessarily a maternity leave or anything like that. I was actually typing up emails, editing videos in the hospital while I was in labor, not active labor, but you know, laying in bed waiting for this shindig to happen. And when we got home, I had to get back to it. So I feel confident in these tips. I do want to say that I know that every baby and mom and family and job and situation in life is so different. So I know that some of you guys can't relate to this or might not even think these tips are possible, but hopefully some of you can take something useful from this video. So the first tip I want to get out of the way because I heard it so much, I still hear it so much. I just think it's the most annoying thing because I hear it over and over again, but it is to sleep when baby sleeps. It is so true, you guys, because for the first 2 months of Jackson being in the world, I did not follow this tip. I was trying to just work every time that he napped. And I really ran myself into the ground. I hit such a wall. I was having meltdowns. I was just mentally and physically exhausted. So I then realized that's why they say that. So I started taking naps after about 2 months. And it's really made my life so much better. And I just don't feel like a zombie anymore. So make sure that you do try to rest when your baby's napping because it's very important. I know it's not always the easiest thing to do because your mind is racing and you know you have so much to do, but at least take some time to decompress a little bit each day if you can. So that kind of brings me to my next tip, which is to accept that your schedule is going to revolve around your baby. This was a little bit hard for me to accept because I am such a schedule type A kind of person. So now I just improvise on my schedule each day. Now that he's 5 months old, he kind of has a schedule. Like, I know he's gonna nap twice a day. I know what time he goes to bed, like that type of thing. So I'm able to schedule my day out a little bit more. But in the very beginning, I was just improvising each day. Like, he would go down for a nap and I'd say, okay, from this time to this time, I'm gonna do this. Or if Matt was home to help, you take him for just an hour so I can do this. You know, you kind of just have to work on your schedule as the day comes because you just don't know what life or baby is gonna throw at you. So try to learn how to go with the flow, but also kind of stay scheduled, if that makes sense. Now this also brings me into my next tip, which is to try and stay as organized as you can. I know I've had people like laugh at me for saying that I was going to stay as organized as possible, but I feel like I've done a pretty good job of it. I have my planner, which I still use all the time, and I still make to-do lists. So I write everything out in my weekly planner like the Sunday before, so I know everything that's coming up in the following week. And then I also type out to-do lists in my phone each night for the next day, so I know exactly what needs to get done. And I do this in an order of importance. So at the very top of my to-do list, I will write down appointments. So like, I need to be at the doctor at this time, or I have a client at the gym at this time, or I have a Skype call at this time. So all of like my appointment type things are at the very top of my to-do list. And then underneath that, I will have the other things that I need to get done. Kind of time sensitive things will be right after the appointments. And then as we start to move to the bottom of the to-do list, those are the tasks that I can kind of push maybe to the next day. They're not like time sensitive, they're not super important. So a lot of those tasks are like household things, so maybe putting away the laundry or cleaning up the car or going to the gym, and that just keeps me sane. I know like having a planner and to-do list seems kind of monotonous, but it keeps my head on straight. And I'm just a very visual person, so I like to see my week laid out. I like to see my day laid out, and I love checking things off my to-do list. There's so much satisfaction in that. Now, I'm not saying every mom has to do this, and I'm not saying every mom can be super, super organized, because I know every baby's different, and some are colicky and some are so needy, and that's okay. Like, that is your baby. You have to do what you have to do for them. You have to love on them and be their mom. That's your job. I totally get it. Jackson's a pretty chill baby, so I'm able to do certain things that keep me organized. So find the little things that work for you in your life, in your situation, that keep you organized and sane, because I promise it's gonna make your life so much easier, and it's going to make your work life that much more successful. So my next tip is to work in an environment that is productive for you. So for me, it's in my office. This is where I sit at my desk and I know I've got to get shit done. So my computer's here, all of my planner, my notebooks, my resources, whatever I need is in my office, and I know I'm most productive in here, and my time management is the best in here. So sometimes Jackson's not napping and I have to get stuff done, and my husband is out of town a lot for work. If you guys are wondering, he's not here all the time to help with baby. Like right now, he's been gone for about 2 weeks now, and I've had to just figure out what to do on my own. So I bring Jackson into my office, whether he's in his little play gym thing or he's in a swing, he's with me, and I'm able to work and still see his face, and he's still able to see my face, and it feels like we're still kind of together, but I'm getting stuff done. Because sometimes as a stay-at-home working mom, you have no choice but to get something done at that moment, and you just have to adapt to your situation. Like moms who work at an office go maybe 9 to 5 and they come home and they can just focus on being with their baby. But as a stay-at-home mom, you kind of have to balance everything out, and you have to just adapt to the situation, and sometimes you just have to get work done when your baby's awake. So for me, I bring him in here and he plays or swings, and I get what I need to done. My last tip is to evaluate your day. What do you feel good about today? Like, what did you do that felt good, productive? What made you feel like a good mom? Anything like that. Also reflect on things that could have gone better. Did you get your time-sensitive things done? Do you feel like you mommed well enough? Like, there's so many questions we have as moms if we're doing a good enough job, and so many questions with work if we're doing a good enough job. It's such a balancing act, and sometimes you really need to go over what went really well and go over what you could do a little bit better, so you can take it into the next day and just continuously improve as a person, as a mom, as a career woman. I'm not saying like tear yourself apart or anything like that. I'm saying give yourself a pat on the back. You survived another day of momming and working, and that is like a feat. Those are my top 5 tips for stay-at-home working moms. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below any sort of other videos you want to see from me. I know that I need to do more sit-down videos like this because I do enjoy them, and I hope they're helping you in some way. So yeah, comment down below any ideas that you have for me, and I will see you guys in the next video.